Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Rob, and today's video, I got the idea from listening to the radio this morning. They were having a discussion talking about TV shows that people are rewatching over and over again, movies. One person said that they watch Groundhog Day over again. Back to the Future, the first one. So that was the discussion today. So a few of the TV shows and movies I watch have been watching over and over again. And not like constantly over and over again, but like I'll start watching it here and there, and then take a break for months and year, or like a couple of years or something. But one TV show that I've been watching over again is Knight Rider. And one of the reasons I like to watch that is because of the way technology and everything is changing nowadays, compared to when that TV show was out. One thing I can do with Knight Rider is I can watch it, and I'll notice stuff that I didn't notice when I was younger. And I think a lot of it is from seeing today's technology today compared to the technology in the TV shows back when they came out. And one thing that I like to watch is I like to watch and play a game and see how many things I can catch and notice in the TV show that I didn't notice before. And what I'm referring to is like when they do stunts and all that stuff. So one thing I've noticed in the TV show is you can tell the difference between some of the cars, some of the kits. You can tell like one is a regular, like custom Trans Am and all of that stuff. You can tell that one is, like set up differently for stunts. And you can tell the body difference in the bodies. Some of the scenes you can tell that it's not even an actual car. It's like a model, and it's not a real car. It's like a little model, and they're doing it that way. So stuff that, like, a lot of stuff like that I didn't notice when I was younger. Like a couple of scenes, actually one was in the pilot episode of Knight Rider, where he went to try to catch the people that tried killing him when he was Michael Long. And he goes to Silicon Valley, where the leads lead him to, and he ends up going into like a demolition derby. And the kid, there's this kid that he meets. The lady was a waitress at a bar that one of the peoples that had to do with his death always hung out, because it was right across where they worked. And I guess her husband worked there as a security guard or something and ended up getting killed. And Michael asked, her for help. So they ended up going to the demolition derby, and the kid snuck in the car. They didn't catch it until after the demolition derby was started. And he got in the front seat. So there's one scene where Michael is driving on two wheels through the stunt, and you can tell that the kid in the passenger seat is a dummy. You can tell that in the driver's seat, driving kit is not really Michael, it's Stuntman. When Kit turbo boosts, some scenes you can see the ramp, and there's other things, like just a lot of little other things you can catch, like when Kit's driving by himself, you can see the seat colored matching like a blanket over the back, and you can tell someone's behind the driver's seat of the car. So like I said, a lot of little things like that. I try to pick out how many things I can notice that I never noticed before. So yeah, that's one show I like to watch, just to notice all the things that I never noticed when I was younger. And like I said, I think it's because of a lot of the computer graphics, and now they're doing a lot of things differently. Like for example, one thing I learned from watching the Fast and the Furious movies is they're teaching people how to do stuff now. They're, you know, a lot of these people where they're driving cars are actually driving them. Some of them are doing their own stunts to an extent. There was one character in the second Fast and the Furious movie, I believe. Yeah. No, it was the second Fast and the Furious movie. Too Fast, Too Furious. Where the one girl, she played Suki in the beginning. And she never knew how to drive. And she had to learn how to drive in order to be in the movie. I discovered that on YouTube. I love all the Fast and the Furious movies. Not as much as some of the older shows, but I do watch them over and over again. Another show I've been rewatching, that I watched growing up when I was younger, is the A-Team. One of the reasons I watched that over again, and I don't know if I can really say I watched it over again. Whenever I saw it on TV and it was on, I would watch it. Sometimes it was recently when it was on. And I say recently within like the last few years, not like the last couple months. And I've watched it when it was on TV. I've watched it when it was on free on some of the streaming apps I've had. Then they took it off, or when it was on TV, and then just never got it. I've never seen the entire season, all episodes of the A-Team. I love watching that show. I love the action in it. I love some of the plans Hannibal comes up with. I love the movie. When I watched it, so like one thing you notice, like I was talking with Knight Rider, is when the van does a jump, you can definitely tell that it's a different van, which is another thing I never noticed when I was younger. There's not as much stuff to notice in the A-Team as there is like Knight Rider, because it's mostly just, you know, driving around. It's not like where you have Kit that can go on ski mode, where that's driving on two wheels, or jumping over cars, you know, going through buildings, doing stuff where you notice that it's definitely a model, versus the real thing. But I like that show. Like the action on it. Another show I watch, been rewatching, is Airwolf. I love that show for the action, the music, and all that stuff. So now, as far as movies, there's a few that I've been watching over again, just because I like it. Can't think of one off the top of my head right now. But like I said, there's a few movies. But Knight Rider is always one that sticks to me, that I watch over and over again. I was listening to that discussion this morning on the radio. And like I said, they mentioned Groundhog Day, which I thought was funny. Even the co-host laughed, thought it was funny when she said that. Along with the first Back to the Future movie. Speaking of the Back to the Future video, I'm actually going to be doing a video on Back to the Future. I think I already recorded it. I just haven't got around to uploading it and editing it yet. So, yeah, that's going to be a discussion. But like I said, I watch a lot of the Fast and the Furious movies. Another one I'm watching is the old MacGyver TV series with Richard Dean Anderson. I love that show. That's another one that I've never really got to see all the seasons. That was one I just watched whenever it was on TV. And it's never really been on anything available to watch unless it's been on TV. So I haven't been able to see all the seasons and whatnot. So yeah, as I was saying, used to watch MacGyver growing up, and it was on TV. I'd watch it with my uncle, and a couple other times when it was on TV, reruns, all that stuff, and I loved it. It was a really good show. I don't know if you've never watched it. He works for a company called the Phoenix Foundation, who is got something to do with like the government and stuff, and they send them on missions. Sometimes it's a rescue mission, sometimes it's searching, all sorts of different types of missions. And he will not touch a gun whatsoever, and stuff like that. So he finds other ways to get out of predicaments. I think I did a video on it. I don't remember. But like, he's taken a battery, a quarter, jumper cables, and basically made a makeshift welder. Knows a lot about science. So, like, he got stuck in a freezer one time, and he took like a pipe or something, and like took some ice and got it to go right into a lock and broke out of a freezer. Got out of sorts of predicaments. The pilot episode, he stopped an acid leak from leaking out of the tank with a chocolate bar, a lot of stuff like that. Somebody told me that I was talking to that they used to watch that show all the time, and they've actually done a couple things MacGyver wise. Like some things they take a paper clip and, you know, use it fishing and hooks and stuff like that. And so I guess his belt broke. Guy was telling me his belt broke on his car, and he just needed to get home. It was late. Didn't want to wait for a tow truck or anything like that. So he took one of his shoelaces and used that and somehow managed to get that to work. Is it true, or is he just saying that? I don't know. I don't have any proof. Do I think it would work? Yeah. My only doubt is, I mean, I just don't know how somebody could get it tight enough to work. I've seen some belts and it looks like they have little like teeth on them to get them to hold on there. And that's been mainly like lawnmower belts and stuff like that I've seen. I know some belts are flat and they don't have any teeth, other belts I've seen. So it could work. I don't know how anybody could get it tight enough to make it work. That's my only thing. So yeah, I know a lot of stuff that's probably just made up. There's stuff up there that might be possible, like certain things. Like I've seen things that I've kind of done. I know people that kind of done similar stuff to it. I've done similar MacGyver things. Not as extreme, but some of them I think is possible. Anyways, so enough about that. That's one TV show I watch. I try to see, trying to see the whole season. And all that stuff. But I've watched a lot of movies. I've watched the Back to the Futures over and over again. I've watched some Adam Sandler's over again. Movie called The Wraith over and over again. Dirt Bike Kid. There's quite a few. And there's also a few shows that I've never seen that I'm actually been binge watching on. Trying to get caught up. And I got a lot of seasons ahead of me to watch. So I was over some friend's house a while ago, hanging out. And a couple different friends at one point or another. And one of the TV shows they were watching is, and I wish I had watched it sooner. When other people told me about it a while ago, that I worked with, they were watching it, and I just never checked it out. And now I'm wishing I had, because I'm only on the third season of one and the second season of the other, and it's just getting hard to watch it. And not because I don't find it interesting, and not because you can't watch one and not the other, because you might miss something and be confused. And they're both good shows. There's actually 3 shows that are basically all the same show, and that I really should be watching all together. However, I'm not on to that far ahead yet of the seasons. So anyways, it's Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, and the other one I don't know if I'm going to watch is Chicago Med. Chicago PD started in 2012, so I started watching all that. And you have to watch the dates. Go on IMDb and watch the dates. And it's just getting to be a pain in the neck to, now that I'm on watching both, and I'm caught up on the dates. It's just a royal pain in the neck, because I can't keep going back and forth and making sure that I watch Chicago PD first. So, for example, what I mean by that is, so say Chicago PD airs on the 21st of the month. Right now they got, I don't know about Chicago Med because I haven't watched the new episodes, but the ones that they were watching, they just happened to have the TV on, and they were rerun. So some of the ones they were watching I've seen. Some of the episodes they watched were new episodes. So I'm trying to get through all the series so that I can start watching the new season. But obviously it's going to take forever because there's 10 seasons of one. I don't know how many seasons of the two. But I'm only on season 3 of Fire and season 2 of PD. And Fire PD came out 2014. So, as I was saying, I've noticed on IMDb, and I don't know whether it's been, like if they were on different nights when they first came out or what, but I noticed like one will be on the 21st and then the other one will be on the 22nd, but I know now when I look, they're all on the same night. Like one's on 8, one's on 9, and the other one's on at 10. So I'm mainly trying to watch PD and Fire and get through those seasons first. I've never watched Med with them, so a lot of people said it's not that interesting. I may check it out down the road, but they do a lot of, if you've never watched it, you gotta make sure you go back and forth, because you could miss something, because they tend to show recaps of what happened in Fire and PD when they do the recaps. And so I gotta just make sure, and it's just getting annoying, because if I stop, for some reason for the day or the night or whatnot, I'm like, what the heck was the last one I watched? Did I watch PD last, or did I watch Fire last? And then, like, there'll be times where me trying to figure it out, and it looks like, Fire was February 25th, and then PD was another time, and then there was looked like there was a break at some point. So it just gets confusing trying to go back and forth, and I can't wait till I get all caught up on all the seasons, and I can just watch it normally, record it, and stay caught up. With it. So yeah, I'm watching that, trying to watch that. Anyways, so that's where this video came from. Like I said, I was listening to the radio this morning, and that was one of the discussions they were having this morning, asking people to call in and, you know, let them know what shows they watch, old ones. Like I said, somebody said the Back to the Future they watch over again. Groundhog Day. I do watch a lot of movies over and over again. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day and enjoy. Thanks for watching.